years ago, a child of the monstrous Saiyan race was sent across the galaxy to Earth on a mission of destruction. However, his Saiyan programming was erased when he fell from a high cliff into the greatest adventure of all time. That boy was Goku, and armed with his otherworldly Saiyan powers, he embarked on a quest for the 7 magic Dragon Balls, one that pitted him against the strongest fighters on the globe. Goku honed his skills under the watchful eye of the legendary Master Roshi. But when his strength quickly surpassed that of his teacher, he set out into the world, not as its destroyer, as the Saiyans intended, but as its greatest defender. Goku traveled far and wide, battling the evil forces that sought to take control of the Dragon Balls for their own selfish desires. With the power of right on his side, he defeated the notorious Red Ribbon Army. And when the Demon King Piccolo rose from the shadows, bent on world domination, Goku was once again there to save the day. Now a new threat has emerged, and Goku stands ready to meet the challenge. The evil Saiyan Raditz has come to Earth and kidnapped Goku's son, thus setting in motion a chain of events that will take Goku far beyond the world he has sworn to protect, and force him to test his might against the most powerful villains the universe has ever known. Will Goku prevail against these deadly foes? It's all up to you as the adventure continues. Goku and Piccolo, the Earth's 2 greatest fighters, confront the Saiyan invader Raditz. Though his son is still locked away in the Saiyan space pod, Goku refuses to submit to Raditz's demands. He vows to defeat Raditz and save the Earth, or die trying. Desperate to help his father, young Gohan's anger explodes, and the incredible powers sleeping within him are momentarily awakened. Gohan attacks and lands a critical blow to weaken the evil Raditz. Goku summons the last of his strength, and in a valiant effort, sacrifices his own life to ensure the villain's defeat and save the human race from utter destruction. The battle won, Piccolo is confident that Goku's friends will use the power of the Dragon Balls to wish the fallen hero back to life. But with his final words, Raditz dashes Piccolo's hopes by informing him that 2 even more powerful Saiyans are on their way to Earth. In 1 year they will arrive, and they will stop at nothing to have the Dragon Balls for their own evil purposes. The Mighty Nappa. In Otherworld, Goku embarks on a quest to reach the legendary martial arts master King Kai, hoping to receive training that will aid him in the coming battle against the Saiyans. Meanwhile, Piccolo labors to teach Gohan the art of fighting with a severe training regimen designed to unlock the youngster's hidden potential. And after 1 year, just as Raditz predicted, the evil Saiyans, Vegeta, and Nappa arrive on Earth. With an army of mindless Cybermen at their disposal, they quickly draw the battle lines for the inevitable showdown against the Z Warriors. Led by Piccolo and Gohan, the Z Warriors join forces to combat the Saiyan threat. But despite their best efforts, none are able to stand up to the power of the Saiyans. One by one, the Z Warriors fall, until only Piccolo and Gohan are left as the Earth's last line of defense against the evil Vegeta and Nappa. As the fight takes a deadly turn, Piccolo dives in front of Nappa's attack, giving his own life to save Gohan. As Gohan bids a final farewell to his friend and mentor, his father Goku returns from Otherworld and races to the battlefield to put an end to the carnage once and for all. Saiyan's Duel. Wished back to life by the power of the Dragon Balls, Goku arrives on the battlefield determined to stop the Saiyans. And after making quick work of Nappa with his new Kaioken attack, it appears our hero will do just that. But when Vegeta steps into the fight, nothing is certain. Disgusted by Nappa's poor performance, he obliterates his now useless henchman in a ferocious display of power. Now, free of distraction, he has set his evil eye on Goku. Can Goku stand up to the might of the ruthless Saiyan Prince? Their bodies battered and broken, the battle between Goku and Vegeta ends in a draw. Vegeta has no choice but to flee the Earth, but vows one day to return and finish the fight. In the battle's aftermath, the remaining Z fighters search for a way to bring their fallen friends back to life. When Piccolo's life faded from this world, the Earth's Dragon Balls also faded from existence. But a second set of Dragon Balls may still remain on Kami and Piccolo's original homeworld, the planet Namek. Clinging to hope, Krillin, Gohan, and Bulma embark on a quest across the galaxy to find the Namekian Dragon Balls. Journey to Namek. Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma arrive on Namek, only to discover that a host of evil forces have converged on the peaceful planet. The cruel tyrant Frieza has launched a campaign of terror in an effort to secure the Dragon Balls and obtain his wish for immortality. But the Saiyan Prince Vegeta has the same goal in mind and has come to Namek alone in a bid to steal the Dragon Balls and wrest control of the galaxy from his master Frieza. Disgusted by this act of rebellion, Frieza calls upon his elite henchman, the Ginyu Force, to eliminate Vegeta and recover the Dragon Balls. In the face of this Ginyu onslaught, the Z-Team's only chance for survival is to join forces with the evil Vegeta. Back on Earth, Goku recovers from his wounds and immediately races to help his friends on planet Namek. Meanwhile, Vegeta and the Z-Team have succeeded in bringing the 7 magic Dragon Balls together, but their plans to summon the Namekian Dragon Porunga are cut short by the arrival of the Ginyu Force. The battle begins as Goldo, the weakest member of the Ginyu Force, steps into the fray. Through their combined efforts, Krillin, Gohan, and Vegeta manage to win the first bout, but the fight is far from over. An even more powerful Ginyu is waiting to take Goldo's place. Raccoon. The fighting is fierce as Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta struggle against the enormous Raccoon. But in the end, none can stand against the Ginyu's ferocious power. Defeat seems certain for our heroes as Raccoon prepares to launch his finishing blow when a new hope suddenly arrives. Goku storms the battlefield and displays the strength he gained during his training at 100 times gravity by defeating Raccoon in an instant. Then, with his bag of sensu beans in tow, he sets about helping his fallen friends. This is a waste of time! Captain Ginyu. Goku and Vegeta square off against the remaining Ginyu fighters. Do the Saiyan warriors stand a chance against the power of Berter and Chase? Vegeta and Goku launch an overwhelming attack, and Berter crumbles before their combined force. But before Jace can suffer a similar fate, he makes a hasty retreat from the battlefield. With the Ginyu threat momentarily averted, the Z Warriors resume their quest for the Dragon Balls. As the Z Warriors clash against Frieza's army of evil henchmen, Jace returns with reinforcements. The leader and most powerful member of the Ginyu Force himself, Captain Ginyu. In order to defeat this deadly foe, the Z Warriors will have to fight for their lives. With Captain Ginyu's defeat seemingly assured, Vegeta takes off in search of the Dragon Balls. But the wily captain still has a trump card up his sleeve. In a wild move, Captain Ginyu inflicts a horrific wound upon himself, then uses his secret technique to switch bodies with Goku. After the successful switch, Captain Ginyu and Chase fly back to Frieza's ship to check on the Dragon Balls, leaving Goku for dead. Goku isn't Goku. Vegeta arrives at Frieza's ship just in time to see Krillin and Gohan uncover the hidden Dragon Ball. At that same moment, Jace and Captain Ginyu return. In his newly acquired body, Captain Ginyu attempts to convince the Z Warriors that he is Goku. But it doesn't take Gohan long to realize that things are not what they seem. Vegeta destroys Jace and launches a powerful assault against Captain Ginyu, giving Goku the chance he needs to undo the body switch. Now desperate, Captain Ginyu attempts to use his body switching technique against Vegeta, but thanks to Goku's quick thinking, the once fearsome captain finds himself somewhat reduced in stature. Tyranny of Frieza. Frieza searches out Guru, the Namek Elder, and attempts to gain the secret password that will unlock the power of the Dragon Ball. But Guru's personal bodyguard, Nail, is determined to stop Frieza at any cost. As Frieza prepares to confront Nail's challenge, little does the tyrant realize Guru has already passed his knowledge on to Dende and sent the young Namek to rejoin the Z Warriors. Gohan uses the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish Piccolo back to life. And with the return of Piccolo, the Earth's Dragon Balls also reappear. With Goku still recuperating from the battle with Captain Ginyu, Vegeta seizes the opportunity to make his own wish for immortality. But just as he prepares to voice his wish, on the other side of the planet, Elder Guru's life expires under the strain of Frieza's torment. With his passing, the Namekian Dragon Balls turn to stone. Badly injured and filled with grief over his beloved master's demise, Nail is determined to have the last laugh. He informs Frieza that without Guru, the quest for the Dragon Balls is over. Furious, Frieza races back to his ship to find the Dragon Balls ruined and his dreams of immortality shattered. Frieza vows revenge and turns the full force of his wrath on the one most responsible for his failure, Vegeta. Wished back to life on the planet Namek, Piccolo uses the Namekian fusion technique to merge with the injured Nail. Their powers combined, incredible new strength surges through Piccolo's body, and he races to join the battle against Frieza. Meanwhile, Vegeta has only begun to realize Frieza's destructive potential as the evil tyrant undergoes the first of 3 powerful transformations. Little does Vegeta know, the worst is yet to come. Piccolo makes a dramatic entrance onto the battlefield. His strength multiplied by the fusion with Nail, Piccolo seems to have the upper hand, at least until Frieza undergoes his second powerful transformation. The tide of battle quickly turns, and as Piccolo begins to falter, Gohan is forced to enter the fray. But even fighting with all his might, the young Saiyan proves to be only a minor annoyance to the evil Frieza as he transforms into his third and most powerful form, Super Saiyan Goku. His body finally healed, Goku returns to the battlefield in time to witness the horrific results of Frieza's murderous rampage. Dende and Vegeta have been killed. Piccolo lies near the brink of death, and when Krillin is destroyed right before his very eyes, Goku has seen enough. His rage explodes, and in a burst of power, he is transformed into a Super Saiyan. Faced with this new threat, Frieza launches an energy attack at the planet Namek itself. The blast penetrates the planet's core, triggering an unstoppable chain reaction that will ultimately cause the planet to explode. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Kami and Mr. Popo gather the Dragon Balls and use them to wish all of Frieza's victims back to life. Guru is revived, thus restoring the Namekian Dragon Balls to their original luster. The clock ticking, Dende quickly summons Porunga and wishes that everyone on the doomed planet Namek be transported to the safety of Earth. Everyone, that is, except Goku and Frieza. With his friends safely off the planet, Goku has chosen to stay behind, determined to put an end to Frieza's evil ways once and for all. But will his Super Saiyan strength be enough to stop the most powerful villain the universe has ever known? Frieza is defeated, but the victory comes at a high price as the planet Namek explodes in a fiery cloud. Back on Earth, fears run high that Goku did not escape the blast in time. The Z-Warriors mourn the loss of their friend, but they vow to use the Dragon Balls to wish him back. Goku on Yardrat. A full year has passed, and the power of the Dragon Balls has been restored. Fulfilling their promise, the Z-Warriors summon the dragon and wish Goku back to life. But they are shocked to learn that the dragon cannot grant this wish. Goku is still alive. Mere seconds before planet Namek exploded, Goku escaped in a Ginyu space pod, only to crash on a mysterious alien planet. For the last year, he has lived among the strange inhabitants of the planet Yardrat, studying and mastering their fighting techniques. And now, as he prepares to embark on the long and difficult journey home, he must put those skills to the test. Future of Trunks. Months later, the Z-Warriors are startled to sense a familiar presence on its way to Earth. Could this power be Goku finally returning home? Rushing to the scene, the Z-Warriors are horrified to discover the source of this disturbance. Frieza and his father, King Cold. Frieza somehow managed to survive the destruction of Namek, and now he and his father have come to Earth in search of revenge. But before they can enact their twisted plan, they are confronted by a mysterious youth. In a bold display of Super Saiyan power, this brash young warrior easily dispatches the evil father-son duo. But who could he be? He is Trunks, future son of Bulma and Vegeta, and he has traveled through time to give the Z Warriors a dire warning. In 3 short years, a pair of evil, seemingly unstoppable androids, created by the insane Dr. Gero, will carve a path of destruction across the Earth. None who cross this path survive. A painful lesson Trunks has been forced to learn time and again. The world of Trunks' future is a world of fear, a world forced to live under the dark shadows of the cold-blooded androids. Few heroes are left to combat the threat. Goku succumbed to a deadly heart virus prior to the androids' arrival. Without their greatest fighter to aid their struggle, the remaining Z Warriors, Piccolo, Vegeta, Yamcha, Tien, Krillin, all fell before the android's awesome power. Only Gohan remained, and it is he who has begun teaching Trunks to harness his Super Saiyan powers. Together, the two hope they might still have a chance to defeat the androids and return peace to the Earth. After Gohan suffers a near-fatal defeat by the androids, Trunks rushes his injured master back to his mother's underground home. Though his body is shattered and one of his arms lost, Bulma is slowly but surely able to nurse him back to health. Last hope. Once recovered, Gohan resumes his training of Trunks, and for a time, the two were able to work in relative peace. But when the androids launch a sudden attack on a nearby city, the time for training is over, and the time for action has come.
Gohan!
Go back to the past and help Goku!
This is the dark world Trunks left behind, and this is a future he now hopes to prevent. The androids. Having recounted his troubled tale, Trunks presents Goku with a vial containing an antidote to the heart virus he is one day doomed to suffer. If Goku can only survive the virus, thousands of people may be spared a future of death and terror at the hands of the androids. Trunks takes his leave, but promises to meet them all again at the precise time and place of the android's first appearance. The Z Warriors take these words to heart, and for the next 3 years they train with all their might, until at last the time comes to meet the android threat. At long last, the Z Warriors have come face to face with the sinister foes of Trunks' prediction. Android 19 and Android 20 have arrived. And little do our heroes realize, Android 20 is none other than the mad scientist Dr. Gero himself. Though Gero started out human, numerous robotic enhancements have given him all the powers of his android creation. As he demonstrates by leveling a section of the city, feeling too many innocent bystanders would be caught in the crossfire, Goku decides to lead the fight away from the city.
You don't have a chance.
Super Saiyan Vegeta. The battle begins, and the androids are clearly unprepared for Goku in his Super Saiyan form. Goku's victory seems certain, until the mighty warrior suddenly begins clutching his heart in pain. Could this be the deadly heart virus of Trunks' warning? With Goku's advantage waning, Android 19 prepares to pounce, when another Saiyan steps in to finish the fight. It's Vegeta, ready to show the world that he too has become a Super Saiyan.
Come, Android.
After watching Vegeta send Android 19 to the scrap heap, Android 20, aka Dr. Gero, decides it is time to make a hasty retreat. Trunks arrives on the scene just in time to catch a glimpse, and is shocked to discover that these androids are not the same ones that destroyed his future world. But there's no time to ponder this strange turn of events. The hunt for Dr. Gero is on. Dr. Gero escapes to his secret lab one step ahead of the pursuing Z Warriors and hastily activates 2 more of his diabolical creations, Androids 17 and 18. But the doctor's haste proves to be his undoing. Refusing to submit to his control, the androids turn on their creator. The Z Warriors blast through the doors just in time to witness the doctor's demise. And Trunks realizes that these new androids are the ones responsible for the destruction of his future world. Despite Trunks' best efforts to stop them, 17 and 18 manage to activate yet another android, number 16, a killing machine designed for the sole purpose of destroying Goku. Recognizing the threat, Trunks calls for a retreat, but Vegeta's pride will not let him back down. The Saiyan Prince launches into battle. Having been easily defeated by the androids, the Z Warriors split up in search of new ways to increase their strength. Meanwhile, the androids set out in search of Goku. Should they find him, Goku will be unable to defend himself until the antidote can take effect and eliminate the heart virus that holds him in its deadly grip. The situation desperate, Piccolo travels to Kami's lookout in the hopes of fusing with the aged Namek. Long ago, Kami purged the evil from his heart, thus splitting himself into two equal halves, Kami and Piccolo. If these two halves were to become whole once again, the result would be a Namek of incredible power. Kami realizes that this fusion may be the only way to combat the android, but he is hesitant to agree, for he senses a new evil roaming the earth, a creature far more terrified than the androids. Piccolo's fusion. After assessing the situation on Earth, Kami reluctantly agrees to fuse with Piccolo. In an explosion of power, the two halves are made whole again, and Piccolo is transformed into a Super Namek. The new and improved Piccolo races to Master Roshi's house, where the androids have gone in their hunt for Goku. Now Piccolo must put his powers to the test as he faces the androids alone. As the battle between Piccolo and Android 17 rages on, the evil force Kami warned of rears its ugly head. The Time Chamber. The monster Cell, Dr. Giro's ultimate creation, has but a single goal. Only through the absorption of Androids 17 and 18 can Cell become complete and achieve his perfect form. And now, the monster is one step closer to achieving that goal. He sweeps Piccolo aside and attacks Android 17. Unable to resist, the android is absorbed, and Cell's body begins its shocking transformation. Before Cell can set his sights on Android 18 and complete his transformation, Tien bursts onto the scene. Summoning every ounce of his strength, he holds the monster at bay with his powerful Tri-Beam technique, giving Android 18 a chance to escape. Meanwhile, Trunks and Vegeta are hard at work within the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, a special room in Kami's lookout in which a fighter can gain a year's worth of training in just one day. Tien holds out against Cell for as long as he can, but at last his strength fails him. But before Cell can reciprocate in kind, Goku suddenly appears on the scene. Using his instant transmission technique, he transports Tien and Piccolo back to the lookout for a quick recovery. At the same time, their year's worth of training completed, Trunks and Vegeta emerge from the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, more powerful than ever. Imperfect Cell. Cell's frustration grows as his search for Android 18 proves fruitless. He has traced the android to a chain of deserted islands, and he begins destroying the islands one by one in an attempt to flush her from hiding. But before he can close in on his target, Vegeta and Trunks arrive on the scene, eager to put their training in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber to the test. As the battle continues, Cell soon realizes he is outmatched by the father-son Super Saiyan duo. But in a crafty move, he temporarily blinds Trunks and Vegeta, then swoops down to absorb Android 18. His goal finally realized, the monster undergoes his final transformation and becomes Perfect Cell. Trunks and Vegeta resume the battle, but they are powerless to defeat Perfect Cell. Clearly amused by their efforts, Cell allows them to live. He challenges them, along with all of the Earth's most powerful fighters, to take part in a martial arts tournament. The Z Warriors have no choice but to agree. Now, they have just 1 week to train before the fate of the Earth is decided in the Cell Games. Super Saiyan Gohan. Goku and Gohan enter the hyperbolic time chamber in preparation for the Cell Games. Goku has a plan for victory, but first he must teach his son to harness the incredible powers hidden within him. Gohan must become a Super Saiyan. Goku and Gohan emerge from the hyperbolic time chamber and decide to use the remaining time before the Cell Games for a little rest and relaxation.
Right. Woohoo!
The Cell Games. At last, the day arrives, and the Earth's strongest warriors converge on the Cell Games arena. Goku is the first to challenge the monster, and after an impressive display of fighting prowess, he surprises everyone by forfeiting the match. Goku bows out, conceding that he is not strong enough to defeat Cell, but he offers up an even stronger fighter to take his place, Gohan. Goku believes that if Gohan's anger is provoked, he will release his true hidden potential and defeat Cell. Cell is eager for the challenge. In an attempt to fuel Gohan's rage, he releases an army of Cell Juniors and orders them to attack the rest of the Z Warriors. As the Z Warriors struggle to survive the vicious attacks of the Cell Juniors, Android 16 attempts to subdue Cell in a desperate move to end the violence. The monster Cell, however, is not easily subdued, and with a single devastating blow, he reduces Android 16 to scrap metal. Upon witnessing the peace-loving android's untimely demise, Gohan's rage is at last ignited, much to Cell's delight. The final showdown. After witnessing the destruction of Android 16, Gohan's rage ignites, and in an explosion of raw power, he ascends to a new height of Super Saiyan strength. In this anger-fueled state, Gohan obliterates the army of Cell Juniors, then sets his sights on their cruel master, Perfect Cell. Gohan bombards Cell with a series of punishing blows. His final punch so powerful that it causes the monster to spit out the absorbed Android 18. No longer complete, Cell's body returns to its previous state, and with the resulting loss of power, his defeat seems certain. Rather than be defeated by a child, Cell chooses to blow himself up, and the Earth along with him. With mere seconds left to act before the fiery explosion, Goku transports himself and Cell to King Kai's planet, once again sacrificing his life to save his friends. The battle with Cell is not yet over, however. A single cell of the monster's body survives the blast, from which he is able to regenerate, once again attaining his perfect form. Cell returns to Earth to finish the battle with Gohan, locked in the final showdown. Gohan summons the last of his strength, and with a helpful push from his father in Otherworld, his Kamehameha wave overwhelms Cell. When the smoke clears, Perfect Cell is no more, and a new era of peace on Earth has begun.